Hey guys, so I thought that I would come on and make an update video for those who have been following my wee wrist saga story. There's yet another update, and I'll try my best not to talk too much because I know it's kind of getting old now, but I thought to those who are still interested that I would make this video. And I decided to pull wee Maggie out of the crib, and unfortunately I haven't changed her in a while. I have written down what this week's theme Tuesday, I think it's booties and shoes, that's right. So I probably might use her and a couple of other babies, or maybe all of them, I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, I'll definitely change her then. But I can't really change her right now because I am in a fair bit of pain. It definitely has settled down since this afternoon. Basically I saw the second opinion doctor, or a plastic surgeon, and well, that's what his specialty is, I believe, in hands. So basically I was referred to him through the hand clinic I was going to, and they decided that it was time for more of an improved look into why I was in still so much pain in my wrist. And my doctor was also pushing for this because he didn't quite understand why I was in pain. So the doctor I saw today was really lovely. Let me put that out there first. So he was super awesome and listened to everything that I wanted to say. He'd read all the reports and he was not impressed with how I had been left to just deal with pain on my own. So yeah, he was really nice. He explained a few things and actually told me halfway through my appointment that I actually had 2 ganglions, not the one that we thought I had. So yeah, that was kind of annoying because yeah, I was told that I had 1 ganglion, but there was actually a small one to the side, which makes my story that I'm about to tell you much harder. So he basically said that, you know, I prefer to do surgery on these kind of things because ganglions just don't go away on their own, and there is like a 90% chance that it won't return. So I was kind of freaking out at that point because as much as I'd like the surgery, it's not something that I can afford right now. It has to be done privately, so not through our healthcare system here in New Zealand, and I don't have healthcare insurance. So I was kind of panicking when he got to that point, but he said to me, as much as he doesn't like to do these things, he wanted to aspirate my ganglions because he wasn't too sure if the ganglions were the sole reason as to why I was in pain. Like, you know, he wanted to make sure this is like a diagnostic test to make sure that excuse me, that what is going on in my wrist is just in fact the ganglion, and it may come back. He said it's a 50% chance that it could come back, which I really hope not after what happened today. But yeah, this is just purely to find out whether or not my wrist is actually, you know, just suffering from those, or if there is something underlying that they need to excuse me, focus on. So I agreed to get it aspirated there and then, and I kind of didn't know what I was getting myself into. Like, I'd read up about it. Basically, aspiration is, and I hope you're not all squeamish. If you are, tune out of this video. But basically it just means that they put a needle into your wrist and drain the cyst, the ganglion cyst. So I was kind of nervous about getting it done, and there and then it was kind of good that he put me on the spot because then I didn't have much time to think about it, and I kind of just went, yeah, okay, let's try and solve the pain that I'm in, and yeah. So he started the process, and boy, I'm not going to go into major details because I know that this is not something that everyone needs to hear, but it was incredibly painful, and at this point I only thought I had one, and so I was in a lot of pain just sitting through that. And then when he was finished, I was like, oh thank God, because that was just so painful. But then he kept prodding around in that area, and I honestly wanted to cry. It was so much pain. And I've shattered my leg in a freak riding accident, and believe me, the pain that I was in was getting up to that level of having my leg broken. So, you know, they keep saying I was being brave, but all I wanted to do was cry. I managed to hold out until he kept prodding and prodding, and then I started to tear up a little bit, and then he asked me if I would be okay to do the second lump, and I kind of was stunned. I was like, what second lump? And then he showed me on the screen that there was a small sac off to the side, and he'd like to do that one as well. And I thought if I left it to another day, I probably wouldn't get it done. So I just blindly said yes, and I don't know if I probably still would have done it, but oh my God, the pain was 10 times worse this time round. And I screamed out in pain. They were telling me I was being brave again. It got to the point where I almost fainted. It was so bad. Like, he wasn't being rough. It was just the sheer amount of pain of, oh, I don't wish it on anyone. It was dreadful. Yeah, it was just intense. And after that, like I said, I almost fainted. So they made me lay down. They got me some water and everything like that. And I still managed to hold it together quite well. Like, I was still pretty, you know, like teary, but I managed to keep talking and stuff like that, get through the appointment. So I have to go see him in 8 weeks time to make sure that the ganglions haven't come back, and if I'm still in pain, then obviously he needs to figure out a new route for what they need to diagnose next. So I'm hoping that we go back in 8 weeks time and it's great news. Because I really don't want to have that happen ever again. It was dreadful. So after I finished with the appointment, I really wish I had one of the babies with me. It probably would have calmed me down, because I just broke down. I had, like, my mum had to book the appointment for me. I was just like, left the office and was shaking, and I'm probably quite a baby when it comes to pain levels, but everyone else says that I'm not, but I feel like I'm a baby. And yeah, so I had to leave it to her to book the appointment and rush off outside and sit in the car, and proceeded to have a mild panic attack while I was trying to breathe and cry at the same time. It was not pretty. Then it started to like spasm and have throbbing pain. Oh, it's just dreadful, guys. And the saddest thing is, I've got a brace on at the moment. They told me that I have to wear a brace, but it's gotten pretty good because I'm high on drugs right now. I will show you. If you're afraid of blood, well, you can't really see too much, but if you're afraid of blood, please don't look. But this is legit the reason I'm in so much pain. Like, it's such a small thing, and yet I would put it up with shattering my leg. I just don't understand how I am this much of a baby over it. Like, oh my goodness. I honestly don't wish it on any person. And there's probably people in this community that have had this and probably laughing at me right now. I'm just such a baby. But, yeah, so I'm so glad I didn't have to work today, because we had other appointments, I couldn't fit it in. And I'm praying that I can work tomorrow, because I am almost finished with Suhi. She will be basically done tomorrow if I get a chance to sit down and paint, and then seal her on Thursday. That's the plan. So I hope this video didn't gross you guys out too much. I just wanted to let you know that there has been some progress on my wrist saga, and I'm praying so hard that it doesn't come back. And that was all the problem was for the last year. I just really hope so, because otherwise we're looking at things like tendons and other things like that, and it's just like, I really don't have any energy left to deal with this. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you had a good view, minus my wrist, of sweet Maggie here. I just love her so much. Yeah, I've been having a bit of a Bailey spell at the moment, so I haven't gotten any of the other babies out, so it's nice to see her sweet smiling face. And I hope that you enjoyed it too. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!